So how it works is, suppose I am selecting here car as OD. So based on my selection, you will see it's showing me the model name, right? And if I am changing the car model to BMW, it will show me based on the selection. And if I am adding here the new value, which is new, so what will happen is it also automatically added to the drop down. You can see here. Hello everyone, welcome to Excel Doors. In this video we'll learn how to create dependent drop down in Microsoft Excel. If you are new to my channel, please click on subscribe button and also click on this bell icon so that you are not missing any video from Excel Doors. To create a dependent drop down list in Microsoft Excel, we need some raw data. As you can see, I already have some raw data which having a car name as well as their model name. So first we have to create here the drop down which says the select car. For that, click on the data section, then click on data validation. Then from this drop downs, click on list. Now click on source. Our source will be this one because we have to select the car name, right? Then click on OK. So once it is done, you can see all the car names are showing here. So now what next we have to do is we have to showcase the model name also here. So based on this particular selection, for that we have to convert this data into table, not complete data, but we have to do it by column. So what does it mean is, first we have to convert this OD data into table. For that, select OD data, then press Ctrl T, then click on OK. Now we have to give the table name as OD, or you can give any of the name. So the same way we have to do for the BMW also. So I am selecting BMW, then press Ctrl T and click on OK. So again we have to give the name. So make sure all these tables having a different names, right? Then click on here the table name. I'm giving here. So once it is done, we have to use here the index function. How to use that index function? Press equal to, then type index. Now you can see here it's showing a two different argument. One is array and the second is reference. So we'll use this one reference. For that, what we have to do is we have to click here. So you can see here it's showing a black arrow. So just click on this one, then press comma. Then we have to select the BMW data, then select the third table also. Sorry, this one. Okay, so now you can see here this argument moved to the column number, right? But we need this as a reference. For that, what we have to do is we'll type here bracket start and we'll close this as a one bracket so that it count as a reference only. So you can see here it's showing only as a reference. Now the next is we need a row number. We don't need any row number here. So what we'll do is we'll skip this part. And next is column number. We don't need column number also. We'll skip this part also. Now we need here the area number, right? For the area number, we'll use here the match function. So the match. So the next is lookup value. So what value we are looking for? So we are looking for this value. So we'll freeze this one first, then comma lookup array. So we are looking in this particular array, right? So again we'll freeze this one. So next is match type. So I will use it as a exact match. So I will type as a 0. So we'll close all the bracket. So now you can see it's showing the value, right? So let's test also. So if I'm selecting OD, you can see it's showing the A6 also. So now what we have to do is, since it is not a drop down, what we have to do is we'll copy this one and we'll go to the data section, and in the data validation we have to go to the list. In the source we have to type this complete formula. Then you will see here it's showing us some the error message because the index formula won't work in the data validation. For that, what we have to do is we'll go to the formula, then click on name manager. We have to give the name. So as you can see, I have created different tables. So I'm going to create new name manager. So we have to click on new. So I will give it as a name 1. So here we have to paste all the formula, right? So once it is done, just close it. Now we have to use here the drop down. Again, we'll go to the data section, then click on data validation, then click on list. Now we have to call that particular name manager. For that, press F3. Now you will see here, it will show you all the name managers. So we have created name 1. So we'll click on OK, then select OK. So now you can see it's showing all the data, right? And even here you can see the drop down. So if I'm adding here the new function or new value, which is like new test, you will see it also updated in this drop down. So this is how you can create a dependent drop down which is expandable, and it also exclude the blank cell. So you can see here it's a blank cell, right? So if I'm going to select here OD, you can see here not showing any blank cell, right? So this is how you can use this particular index match function to create a dependent drop down in Excel. I hope you like this video. Please like, share and subscribe to Excel Dose. Thank you.